Hey friend, it is Kate here. Thank you so much for jumping on my channel and joining me for day 7 of our New Year's challenge. That is right, we are already 7 days into our fabulous challenge. If you are brand new here and you want to start from the beginning, there's a link up there where you can find the first video, but each class is a standalone and you can just start from any spot if you really want to, or jump back in at any time. This is a judgment-free place, friends. If you are new here as well, there is a lovely little journal that goes along with the challenge. You can find a link in the description below if you want to have a nice little handy tool to kind of check off your progress as we move and groove on our mat. For those of you that have been with me through the whole thing so far, A, I'm very proud of you. Way to go. B, today's class is a yoga class kind of focusing on our abdominal muscles. We're going to talk about using our great big tummy muscles to help work in poses like Warrior 2, our high crescent lunge, places that you don't often think about the abdominal muscles, but it does make a great big difference to have those great big strong tummy muscles working hard to keep us up. No props are used in class, and also no downward dogs are done for any of my friends that don't like downward dog. Anywho, roll out your mat, let's get started. We'll start standing near the top of our mat, feet about hip distance apart, fingertips dangling down. Lift the shoulders, roll them back, close the eyes for just a moment. Think about lifting up and out of the waist. Take a moment to notice how your body is feeling today. Do you want to concentrate on a particular area of the body? We're focusing on the tummy, our abdominal muscles this week, but that doesn't mean that you have to. Maybe you want to keep the posture open. Maybe you need to concentrate on the hips. Maybe you want to bring to mind your intention for this week or for this challenge. Not a right or wrong, just a moment to check in with yourself. Take an easy sip of air in. Big breath out. Another great big inhale. Big breath out. One more breath. Let it go. Seal the lips together. Flutter the eyes open if you feel so ready, and then reach your hands up over your head. Do you want to keep your gaze forward? Do you want to look up to the sky? Looking up to the sky, we can almost think of this as a kind of standing cobra or snake or swan, rolling the shoulders back, puffing the heart and chest up, getting a little bit of a stretch to the front of our tummy. Take a big inhale. Exhale, look forward, soften the shoulders down, actively reach your fingertips to the ground. Again, big inhale, hands lift high. If you take the gaze up, roll the shoulders back, puff the heart and chest up, find that nice little stretch across the front of your body. Big deep breath. Exhale, look forward, press the hands down one more time. Last time, both hands lift, chest, heart goes up to the sky. Take a great big breath. Now this time, bend the knees, forward fold. Find an easy forward fold for you. Just let your head fall to the ground, really lengthen through the back of the neck. Almost allow your body to kind of melt onto the top of the thighs, really rounding. Maybe take a little sway of your body side to side. A nod of the head. Maybe even grab your opposite elbows and lightly ragdoll. It's apparently hard to say upside down. Come on back center. Release your fingertips down to the ground. Bring your hands to the tops of the shins. You can see I've still got my knees deeply bent because it's the beginning of class, but I want you to inhale, see if you can lift your head and chest up, finding a long, flat back. Pull the navel in. I'm guessing most of us probably need to ever so lightly arch the back. You're not actually going to arch the back and dump forward, but that small kind of lift of your tailbone up can help to lengthen through the spine. Most of us have a habit of really rounding here. Take a big inhale, exhale, forward fold over the legs. Again, hands to shins, inhale, half lift, push your sitting bones back, push your head forward, take a breath. Drop right back down. One more time, little half lift. Exhale, lower down, pause, bend the knees, roll yourself all the way up to standing. Take a moment to pause, bring your hands to your hips. Before we go anywhere, think about cinching your waist. It's like your belt got tighter. Think about squeezing your thud so you can lift out of the waist more. Put a soft bend in your knees, and I want you to take a big step back with your right foot. Now we're in our lunge. We've been here before in this challenge. It is so easy to dump forward. If we are concentrating on our tummy muscles like we're doing this week, it will be easier to pull the navel in to lengthen through the spine. Even though when we're in a great big kind of lunge, warrior one, warrior two, what have you, we're usually thinking about our hips, our lower body, but the core, the center is there to support you. The more that we can keep our abdominal muscles working hard while we're here, the more freedom you have to move in the lower portion of the body. Our hands can stay on our hips if we want to. Our belly can lift up and in, but maybe see if you can reach your fingertips away. If you wiggle wobble like I am, it's okay. Pretend there's a table underneath your hands. Press down into your imaginary table, almost hugging the table so you can lift out of your waist a little bit more. You might notice at this point you want to crawl your toes a little further forward and deepen your lunge if you so choose. That might be too much for us today. It's okay. Take a great big breath. Big sigh out. From here, press down into your imaginary table, and I want you to exhale, pull the hands towards one another. Inhale, slide them open. Exhale, tone the tummy, pull the hands towards one another. Inhale, slide them open. Now, every time you pull the hands towards one another, think about cinching the waist, turning on those great big abdominal muscles. Last one, pull the hands in and pause. Take a big breath. Maybe bend the knee deeper, reach your fingertips up. Did you just dump forward? It's very easy to do that. Pull the navel in, reach your fingertips up a little higher. Take a great big breath. And then go ahead and step your feet towards one another. Lift your hands high, lift your heart up with you. Great big inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. Drape over your thighs, really let your head hang heavy. Take a little sway of your hips side to side. Soften the knees, relax the neck. Bend the knees, roll yourself all the way up to standing. Take a pause, stand tall, stand straight, just like we did on the other side. Begin by engaging our abdominal muscles. Soft bend in the knees as you step your opposite foot. For me, that's my right foot. If you did the other side, no big deal. Back. Now, let's also think about our hips on this side. Just like we did yesterday, we want our hips to be square like we were when we were laying on the ground. Now, there might be a little bit of inconsistency in the hip because we're human, and that's okay, but ideally, you're trying to point your hips forward as you pull the navel in and lift out of the waist. Maybe we can deepen our front knee, or maybe we need to straighten it. You might even need to bend your back knee. It's okay. Each pose is different on every body, and just because you don't look like me does not mean you're not doing it right. What's important is feeling strong, secure, confident in each pose. Take your hands nice and wide. Press down into your imaginary table, lift your head and chest up. Big deep inhale. Exhale, slide the thumbs towards one another. Inhale, drag them back. Exhale, tone the tummy, bring the hands back towards one another. Reach them out. Every time I pull my thumbs towards one another, I cinch my waist a little bit more, and then I take them back out. 2 more. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, release. Last one, bring it in, pause. Press down into your imaginary table and then lift your fingertips up high. Maybe crawl your toes a little further forward to deepen your lunge, only if you so choose. Square the hips more, lift out of the waist. Take a great big full inhale. Big breath out. And then hop the feet together. Reach both hands high. Great big breath. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, drop the head, shake out the body, wiggle anything you like, a little nod of the head. Bend the knees, roll yourself all the way up to standing. Hands to hips or off to the side. Either way, bend the knees, step your left foot back. So we're in our lunge once more. Immediately notice, did we dump forward? I definitely have a habit of doing that. I have a very swayed back myself, so I constantly have to think about belly button in, lifting up. Once more, take your hands wide. We've already been here. Maybe deepen your little lunge, low belly in. Great big inhale. Exhale, pull the thumbs towards one another. Roll the shoulders back, lift the heart and chest up. Take a great big inhale here. And now all I want us to do is take a little twist to the right towards your front leg. Now, as much as you can, our hips should have stayed totally still. I am using my oblique muscles to change the direction of my chest. Inhale, come back. Exhale, cinch the belly. Think about wringing out the spine. Use your tummy muscles to carry you over. Bring it back. Exhale, twist. Inhale, return. Exhale, twist. Inhale, return. 2 more twist. Bring it back. Last one, twist. Bring it back, pause. Take the hands up nice and high, maybe deepen your lunge if you so choose. Big inhale. Exhale, hop forward. Both hands lift high. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, roll yourself all the way up. Same thing other side, hands to hips, soft bend. Step your opposite foot. For me, that's my right foot back. Tummy in, squeeze the thud. If you have a habit of arching the back here, not only do we want to think about our tummy muscles working, but our thigh and glute, really helping to kind of push our hip forward and square the hips more. Reach the hands out and away. Press down into your imaginary table, slide the fingertips further away, and then pull the thumbs towards one another. Great big full inhale. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, bring it back. And you can kind of touch the thumbs together if that helps to keep the arms in place. Bring it back. Exhale, twist, tone the tummy. Inhale, let it go. Exhale, twist, tone the tummy. Inhale, let it go. Last one, twist. Bring it back, pause. Reach your hands up, maybe deepen your lunge if you so choose. Take a great big breath. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, hands lift high. Dive forward. Bend the knees, head is heavy. Little sway of the hips side to side. Soften the knees a little more, drop the head a little bit deeper. Roll yourself all the way up to standing. Now again, bend in the knees and step your left foot back. Now, instead of staying in our lunge, our crescent lunge like we've been doing, we're going to come to a warrior two. So spiral the back heel down. You might crawl the knee a little further forward. In our warrior two, we want our front heel in line with the back arch. In fact, you can see this very clearly on my mat because there's a great big line right down the center. My right heel is in line with my back left arch. Now, just like we did in our lunge, I want us to reach our hands nice and far away. I want us to lift out of the waist, cinch the waist, and press down into our imaginary table. You might be able to deepen your lunge if you so choose. Your warrior two is not about how far away your feet are from one another, but it is finding that length through the spine, that openness through the hips, and that continuously reaching long from finger to finger. Now again, we're going to do some abdominal work here. I want you to press down into your imaginary table. Inhale, slide your fingertips across the table, reaching them forward. Now exhale, cinch the waist, pull your shoulders back over your hips. Inhale, slide the fingertips across your table. Exhale, tone the tummy, pull it back. Now, even though, of course, this is about our tummy muscle working so hard, I want you to think about pulling your front heel towards your back arch. It's like your inner thighs are constantly trying to pull themselves back to center. Not only will that keep your low body active, it's going to keep your inner thighs working hard. That'll help protect our hips so we don't get too deep into our lunge. Last time, bring it back, pause. Now from here, take your back hand to your back hip or your back booty. I like to actively press my left hand into my hip as I reach my right hand up to the sky. Now keep pulling your inner thighs together. Maybe if you want to, straighten your front leg. Pull the inner thighs together, cinch the waist a little bit more, reach your fingertips up. Maybe tip back behind you. That might be too much. It's okay if it is. Take a great big full inhale. As you exhale, use all of your abdominal muscles to cartwheel the arms back to our lovely warrior two. Great big inhale. Straighten your front knee and go ahead and step both feet towards one another. Shake it out if we need to. You're doing fabulous. Soft bend in the knees and step your back foot back. Now again, We are going to initially start in our lunge. I went to my warrior two. It's okay if you did as well. But warrior two on our second side. Once again, heel and arch are in line with one another. Low belly's up and in. Take the hands nice and far away, just like we did on the first side. As much as you can, pull your inner thighs together. Cinch the waist, lift out of your waist. Use that imaginary table to almost press down into and lift up a little higher, at the same time sliding the fingertips further away. Good job. Now it comes back to that little slide, that abdominal work. We're gonna slide forward, reaching our fingertips out and away. Exhale, pull the navel to spine as you bring yourself back. I think about that sliding back, that return of my shoulders over my hips as starting right here. A big exhale, a punch to the gut to bring myself back. Inhale, I carry myself forward. Exhale, tone the tummy, pull it back. Inhale, slide, reach it forward. Exhale, push down into your imaginary table as you bring it back. Good. Our oblique muscles should be working oh so hard right here, kind of wrapping in towards the middle of our body, keeping us stable. Are you continuing to think about squeezing your thud, especially on your right side? Are you continuing to think about pulling your inner thighs towards one another? Maybe lifting out of the waist a little bit more as we come back. Last one. Reach it forward, exhale, pull it back, pause. Take your back hand to your back hip. Actively push into it as you reach your fingertips up. Shoulder slides down the back, navel pulls into spine. Perhaps you straighten your front leg. Pull the inner thighs towards one another a little bit more. Reach your fingertips up, up, up. And then maybe lean back behind you if you so choose. You absolutely don't have to lean back if that is not working for your body today. That's okay, but take one more big inhale. Exhale, cinch the waist so much that you have to cartwheel your arms and return to your warrior two. Take a great big breath. Big sigh out. Slowly hop both feet together. Go ahead, take your hands up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, hands to shins. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, half lift. Let it go. One more time, half lift, pause. Take a great big breath. Bend the knees forward, fold, roll yourself all the way up to standing. Now we're gonna come to a chair pose. We did this last week too, focusing on our arms, but we're gonna use it to focus on our tummy today. Seal the inner thighs together, scoop the tummy, lift up higher, sit back in your chair pose. Now this is one of those places where I really want your inner thighs to touch as much as they can. You could even put a block or a ball between your inner thighs to give yourself some extra engagement here. And then again, really knit the ribs together. Almost think of yourself as being in a tabletop on the ground where it's easy to kind of dump into our Beyonce booty, but instead we want to pull the navel in. Hug your inner arms towards your body, sit a little bit lower. Take a breath and then pull your hands to your heart center. Roll the shoulders back, snuggle your thumbs into your chest. From here, it's going to be easy to kind of let our knees wiggle wobble side to side, but we want our knees, toes, and hips to stay completely still, and we'll use our oblique muscles, our side tummy muscles, to help do a little twist. Take a big inhale. Exhale, think about cinching the waist and take a twist to the right. Inhale, look back center. Exhale, tone the tummy muscles, twist to the left. Inhale, come back center. Exhale, squeeze the inner thighs, twist right. Bring it back center. Exhale, tone the tummy, twist left. Bring it back center. As we go side to side, are you letting your low back arch at all? Are you popping your booty out? I hope not. You keep the low back long and straight. I almost think about looking over my shoulder back behind me to kind of deepen the twist. And again, it's my great big oblique muscles, those side tummy muscles, helping to take my twist from one side to the next. Beautiful job. Come back center. Reach your hands long, sit a little deeper, take a great big full breath. Exhale, forward fold. Let the head be heavy. Take a little sway. Knees can be bent or straight, really whatever feels good for you. Heel toe the feet just a little bit as wide as the hip. Softly bend the knees a little bit more. No hurry, no rush. Go ahead and come on down to a seat. Sit up tall, sit up straight, roll the shoulders back. Notice how we're feeling in our body right now. Now, we've done some kind of less than usual poses for abdominal work in our yoga class, and now we're going to get into one that I think everybody knows of for our abs, and that's our boat pose or teaser if you're more of a Pilates person. Now remember, boat pose, teaser pose, V, whatever you want to call it, it is a great big position for us, and it's okay to use all the props we need to help lift us up or to give ourselves a little hand. But like we did yesterday in class, I want us to start with our feet in front of us, sealing our inner thighs, lifting up tall and straight. Take a big inhale, tip off your sitting bones, rocking into the beginning of a Pilates C curve. Feel your oblique muscles working, those side ones wrapping in, helping to keep our tummy kind of growing closer to the center of our body versus kind of pooching out or doming of the tummy. It's the inverse. We're lightly scooping our belly in. Take a big inhale. Pick up your right leg. Take another breath. Pick up your left leg. Seal the inner thighs together as much as possible. Roll the shoulders open a little bit more. You're doing fabulous. Can we hold here for a moment? Maybe it's too much. That's okay. Maybe we can reach our hands out and away. Take a great big breath. Big sigh out. Take an easy seat. Both hands lift nice and high. Hands behind the head, elbows wide. A big breath. Twist to the right. Look center. Twist to the left. Look center. Let it go. Take your feet out in front of you again. Stomp your feet into the floor, hands behind the thighs. Sit tall, sit straight, take a breath. Find the start of your Pilates C curve, elbows wide. Now this time, left foot goes. Right foot goes. Seal the inner thighs. Now, same thing here. We can be perfectly still. You can stay right here, and that is fine. But if we want to, we can take our hands away. Maybe if we want to, could we inhale, straighten our legs, exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, straighten the legs, exhale, bend the knees. Last one, can you straighten, pause, sit up taller, sit up straighter, reach your heart up, take a great big full inhale. Exhale, let that go. Big breath, both hands lift. Exhale, flip the palms, press it down. Again, both hands up. This time a bigger twist. Reach your right hand back, your left hand forward. Unravel. Opposite direction. Unravel. Flip the palms, press them down. Go ahead and lie on your back. And you know what? In fact, since this is abdominal week, press down into your feet. Take your hands in front of you. If you just want to lie back, that's okay. Otherwise, I want to challenge you. Can you go slower than me? I'm going to tip off my sitting bones and we're going to slowly roll onto our back. How slow can you go? Can you go slower than me? You might walk the feet in a little bit like I am, but see if you can gently, 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 gently come all the way down. Did you do better than me? I bet you did. Take your hands over your head and just find a big stretch from your hips of your body out your fingers. And then from here, simply lie on the mat for a moment and take your hands nice and wide. Bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your stomach. Simply give yourself permission to be still. And as you breathe in and out, feel your tummy rise and fall. Feel your hand lift and lower with your stomach. And for the last few moments of class, I want you to thank your abdominal muscles. I know for a lot of us, our tummy, those big deep muscles around the middle of our body can be kind of a hot button topic. But your abdominal muscles, your core, your tummy, it does so much work for you. And your body, your tummy in particular, is beautiful. It's strong. And for the last few moments, can you, as silly as it sounds, send a little love to your tummy? Thank all of your big, deep abdominal muscles for all the work they did today, for all the work they do for you each and every day. Take a great big full breath in. Easy sigh out. Flutter your eyes open. Wiggle the fingers. Reach the hands overhead. And then slowly roll to one side. Push yourself up to a seat. As always, give yourself a pat on the back. Thank yourself for doing something so good and just for you. I certainly hope you enjoyed our class today. Thank you for continuing to join me in our lovely New Year's challenge, and I cannot wait to see you tomorrow.